Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Marina. In case this is your first time on this channel, and I'm here with inspired
Grisele. I'm a Christian YouTuber. If there's anything like that, of course there's something like that. So I'm all about, my content is on love, relationship, worship. So I'm really pleased to be on here. I'm talking about love again.
Yeah, so we already filmed the part 1, which is on her channel. So please, you better watch that. You'll be preferable to watch that before you come here, so that you better understand this. We are just chatting about love in Dubai, relationships in Dubai, how to position yourself for a partner, for a godly partner, and all of that. So, and she's married, by the way. She's married to an amazing man, pastor. she's married to an amazing man. Like, I always watch from the backside. Yeah, and just tell us like how to position yourself for a godly man in Dubai.
Okay. So for me, I was very focused when I knew the kind of man I wanted to marry, and that's very important for a single lady. Know what you want, because if you don't, they say if you don't know where you're going to, everywhere will look like it. So it's good to have standards, and so long as those standards are in the Bible, it's not hurting anyone. Don't let anyone make you feel otherwise, because the truth is, people will tell you that. I had cases where they told me, oh, you are claiming to be too righteous. With this, you're holy. Do you think you're going to find a man? Oh, no man is going to be with a woman. You know, it was too much. But I knew the kind of person that I was intentional about pleasing God and about honoring my body, because that's what they want. You hear, of course, sex is everywhere. Anybody can get it. But us children of God, we are not going to give it anyhow, which that's a deal breaker in most of the relationships that we get into. I remember at one point I was even in a long distance relationship for a long time before I came here, because for me it was easy. He's not going to ask me sex online, so that was
better.
I did not expect that, but okay. It is better, but you know, God told me that was wrong, because I was playing on someone's emotions. He was invested, but for me it was an escape route. I wasn't really interested. I wanted someone that was really ready to honor God. So when I came here, of course the men will come, and you need to watch part 1, right? We already mentioned there. So one of the ways I position is, I got to a place where I said, God, I'm okay to be single. And I believe that marriage is a gift, and because a gift, you don't determine. You said the amazing gift you brought for me. I didn't ask you, but you bought. And that's the thing about gifts. When the owner knows that you're ready, they give you. So it surprises you. And that's the thing with marriage. It's a gift, and it's going to come from God. So I was at that place where I was just like, okay, God, I'm going to be okay. I took myself to Georgia. I had a nice trip. People were like, you're traveling. I said, no, this season is not going to come again. I have to enjoy it. Serious. And I was enjoying it because I felt like, it's around the corner. Let me do these things while I can. So I was really, really okay with God, because whether he gives me a man or not, he's still God. So one of the ways he position is be contented in the single stage right now. And
marriage doesn't satisfy contentment.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It will not satisfy you. You can only find satisfaction in Jesus. Just to put this out there, because you find even married people telling you that marriage is not everything. No, especially for people thinking marriage is the goal. Like, once you get married, you're complete. You need to be complete to get married, and that's something I've also learned. Like, basically enjoying yourself, being contented with yourself, and all of that.
Also, I mean, position, be available, right? Most times when you've met a few wrong people, and people that they say they're believers but they don't uphold the standard, sometimes you just become uptight. Even a good person is coming, you start being judgmental. You're like, the one thing they ask you wrong, you just judge them and cancel them out. Which is something that I did, and God began to work on me. So you have to be open to love. Be available. Go to church where you meet people. Be available even online, but with discretion, because there's a lot of scam also online. But just be led by God.
And also talking about online, also being careful of the kind of content that you put out there. If you want to attract a godly man, you don't expect him to see you as, I don't want to at least dress decent, look good at the same time, but be discreet about it, because it's going to reflect a lot about you.
we're not trying to say fake it, like that's not you just put it out there. I remember when you just said put the right picture. I remember Lawrence Oyo and Dara Simi, and he said when the day he saw her picture on Instagram, he said, "Ah, God, where have I been all this while?" So
I had to go for that to view more pictures.
And that was because it was not just because she was decent and the message on there, he could see the person and the message. So don't say you're a Jesus girl and one moment we can't even tell. So that's one of the ways. Be available to your husband. Some other people, God will even give the name. For my case, God just told me you get married this date. He didn't tell me the person, but I had a dream, and I was, when God showed me in the dream, I knew. But if I wasn't spending time like to pray and just grow myself spiritually, maybe I wouldn't be able to identify.
Also you have to identify the different ways God talks to you. For example, if it's through dreams, God can still relate to me through a dream if he regularly speaks to me through dreams, because there's something the same pattern God uses to communicate information to you is likely the same pattern he's going to use to convey such an information. For example, if he wants to talk to me, but being a woman, even if God shows me my man or something, I have to keep it to myself. Then he'll have to walk up to me, and then it's going to be like a confirmation. Being prayerful about it is very important. Positioning yourself spiritually, I mean, like, it's something that I take out time not just to pray for my man, not just to pray for the husband. God give me a husband. I sit down to also pray for myself, to be a godly wife, to be a good wife to the man that he has ordained. And I don't just want to show up there and let God also work on me. Like, there are things that I don't want to get married being this kind of person. Like, God, work on this part of me. So I'm using this time to, to develop a lot about myself. And and that's so true, because it was one of those things where God was so dealing with me. It's a season where there's going to be things that God is going to be cutting, because if you meet the right person with those things, it might spoil, not because of the person, but because of these things that God hasn't. And that's why it's good to be spiritual, because you hear someone come and say, God, I remember when there was someone, people even that came and told me that God has told me you're my wife. I'm like, sorry, me and God, we are not beefing each other, like we are talking, and me and God, we are not fighting. So he can tell me this thing if actually it's you. And he was like, no, I'm so sure. I said, sorry, God, I'm going to pray. But I've prayed and God has not said anything. So maybe you did not hear God right, or maybe it's something. And the truth is, I wasn't the one, because I'm not married to him now. So that's why it's good to develop yourself spiritually, because the truth is, when you're ready, what I noticed was, once you're close to it, it's as if the devil sends lots of men and wrong people to just, they truly distract you. But you have to be focused, and I know what I want, I know the standards I'm going for. So if he's not meeting up, I'm not saying superficial things. For example, you say, oh, he doesn't dress good, that's why you said no. We're talking about spiritual content. Those things you can work on. We're talking about real content. So it's just about just being spiritual, being available. I mean, those were the ones that worked for me. Okay. The single ones are learning. I hope you're jotting the points. Appear desperate. That's so important. Like, you need to be conserved, you need to be contented. In fact, be so fulfilled, be happy. And it's not just proving to anyone, it's the feeling that comes from within, that you're truly happy, you're contented, you're at peace, accepting that you're single and you're happy. I think so, because sometimes once a man can sense that this one is desperate and his marriage is looking for, any brother, right, let's call them brother, can position to be like, I'm ready for marriage, of which it's not really true. So it's okay to want to marry, but don't appear desperate, because the truth is, God will do it in his time. He has a different calendar, and don't try to compare your journey with another person's journey. You're on a unique path. People get married today, they only have children after 10 years, and some people right after marriage so your journey is not the same. So just let God do it in his time. He makes everything beautiful in his time. So thank you so much for watching this video. We'll be closing it on this note, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and also check out Griselle's channel. Her link will be in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe and let her know you're coming from this family, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.